Hey guys, it's Jessica here, and today I'm going to show you a makeup tutorial, basically a part 2 to my first video I posted. And I posted all my makeup essentials, and I want to show you actually like a tutorial on how I put everything on, because I figured you guys would be interested in that instead of just me like showing the product. Okay, so let's get started. Every day I wake up, I wash my face and I like to put my cream on. I use a prescription cream. I can show you. I have a sample of it because I'm waiting to get more, and I actually use all the sample, but I use Axone. So if you have any problem areas in your skin, usually, lately my skin's been fine, but if you can see, I broke out a little bit, just here and there, so I can show you how I cover that up. But Axone, I really recommend this stuff. It works amazing. Primer I use is Lancome La Base Pro. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that. Sorry, I don't think my camera autofocuses, or my lens. I don't know. Right, so I only use a little drop. You can see that. And I dot it right here. And I just rub it in. A little goes a long way. The guy at the counter at the Lancome store told me that. He's like, don't use a lot. Okay, so after that dries, and this was a sample. If you go there and you want to try this out, say, I want to try your clear primer gel, and they'll give you this. Like, I've had this for a couple months. It's amazing. Alright, so after my primer, I like to put my foundation on. And the foundation I use is Lancome. If you can read it, I can put everything in the description box below for you to buy it. I'll have all the links and everything. Teint Idole Ultra, I still can't pronounce this. It's 24-hour makeup, and the color I use is 140 Ivory. Use this brush. It's double-ended. And I get this and I squeeze out. I might squeeze some more, but about that much to start. And I like to just dot it. Like 4 dots. And then I take the bigger side and I rub it in. I'm going to look down just so I can like rub it in and not get it everywhere. Okay, and I like to use a little more after I do that. So I squeeze a little more out. You guys don't have to use this much, but I like to use enough to make sure I cover all my blemishes. You can see. And towards the end I like to pat it in, because I don't like all the brush streaks. It's like so annoying when I see like brush streaks on my face. So I always want to make sure I pat it in as well. If you have a beauty blender, use that as well. I make sure I damp it a little bit and then go across my face. And I like to use this side to get like the corners of your eye and the creases around your nose, just to make sure you get the foundation everywhere. Okay, and then after I do that, don't do your neck. Just kidding. Always do your neck. That is my biggest pet peeve, is when people don't do their neck. So I like to switch my brush because I don't like to use, I don't know, I'm just weird. I don't like to use the same brush on my face and my neck. This is what I used to use on my face, but I need a new one, so I've been using it on my neck. But it's also a cosmetics brush. It's flat. But I take more of this. I'm probably going to need more of this because I use so much of it. And I like to just so I don't drop any of this on my favorite hoodie. Make sure you blend it. You always want to make sure you go onto your face a little bit. It's my foundation set. The next thing I like to do is use my IT Cosmetics, of course. It's the Celebration Foundation. I have the light medium. And it's a powder. This is literally like a foundation. You can use it without, but I like to use it as a powder. This IT Cosmetics brush is just a fluffy brush. You can get them anywhere, but I like to use IT Cosmetics. So I just dab it in a little bit, and I always go like this, shake it off. And I like to hold my hair back because I don't want to get it in my hair. I have red hair, and when it's light at the top for my makeup, it looks so bad. Alright guys, so the next product I use is my bronzer, and it's by M.A.C. It's Give Me Sun Mineralize Skinfinish. You can see the inside. It's a great bronze color, and I like to dab it in and then just swirl it off to get like the excess off, and then just pat it all over. So with my bronzer, I like to dab it in and wipe some of it off, and I go in to get my beauty blender and just blend it in a little bit on the sides. Now, like I said, I'm not a beauty guru. This is just how I do it, and I want to show you my makeup routine. And I also have this brush. I love it for contouring. So I also dip that in my bronzer a little bit just to get like the corners right here, just to make it look like your cheekbones are more contoured. And I just do this until I like the way it looks. Alright, so that's it for bronzer. I think that looks good. So the next product I use is my blush, and that is IT Cosmetics, of course. And I use the Live, Love, Laugh Vitality Face Disc. You can see it. I've used it a bunch of times, so it's a little dirty. Sorry. And as you can see, I have used it a bunch of times because the bronzer is gone. That's why I started using the M.A.C one that I love. But this one was like my favorite. So this is a highlighter, and then I have my blush here. But the brush I use is an IT Cosmetics brush. It's an angled blush brush, and it's my favorite. Okay, so I just dip that in there a little bit. And there's a mirror on this actually, so I'm just going to use this one. I just like to dab it on. I don't like to put too much on. It might look like I'm putting a lot on, but I'm just like dabbing it in. Okay, and then after that, I use my highlighter, my favorite part. Right now I'm using the M.A.C Soft and Gentle. It's their Mineralize Skinfinish highlighter. It's amazing. You can see it. It's so pretty. You can see that. I love it. Okay, so for this, I have like a brush for everything, so I don't like to mix and match. So this IT Cosmetics brush right here, I use this just for highlighter. I like it because the brushes are like a little like sparse, like, so it doesn't give like a hard like highlighter line. It like spreads it out a little bit, if that makes any sense. Okay, so I'm actually going to use this one because this is easier to hold. I like to like angle my face while I'm doing it to like see if it's like hitting the light enough. And this brush my sister actually gave to me. I don't know what brand it is, but I love this brush for doing highlighter down the bridge of my nose and on my Cupid's bow. And I like to do it right under my lip right here too. So I dab a little bit in that. And I like to put it right down here, the center of my nose. and then right here, and then right under here. After I use my highlighter, I like to use this Laura Mercier. It's their translucent powder. I like to just like dab it on my face just to set my face. So I like to dab the top of it because you know how like when powders, like they always get stuck at the top and then you open it, it's like all over the place. So I just like to make sure it doesn't do that. And I like to dab a little bit into the lid, like just like that much. And I have this brush. This was my first like original It Cosmetics brushes. This is one I actually got myself. I got with this. It came literally with it. Well, this is the bottom of it, and that's the top, and it closes and you can travel with it. It's amazing. I'm pretty sure they still sell it at Ulta. But I like to dab this big brush just into it. And then I just like to dab it. Because I get really shiny as well. And that's it for that. This one is actually their travel size. I don't use that much. Like you can see, well, I just started using it again. Like I bought it, didn't use it, and I just started using it, and I actually feel like it works really well. I only use a little bit, so I feel like I only need it the travel size. But if I get through it, I might actually buy the big one. But the travel size has a lot in it, and it's really cheap. What I'm going to use is, let's see if I can match it up. Naturally Pretty eyeshadow in Tranquil, and then the Serene. I hope that's right. Yeah. Okay, so I use my It Cosmetics eyeshadow brush. It has this end. I like to use this end to like get in the corners and stuff. And this is the side I use mostly. But to start out, I'm going to use this one right here. Dip it in a little bit. I always pat it off. I don't want too much on there. I kind of like to use this as a base. I like to do my other eye before I start using the other color. I like to bring it under my eye as well, like under here. I feel like when you connect your eyeshadow to underneath your eye, it makes it like a really good look. I just think it brings it all together. After that color, I'm going to use this one, and that's the one in Tranquil. Dab that in there a little bit. Whatever eyeshadow you use, I like to gradually like build up. So just put a little bit. It might take a little while, but I like to do that instead of like putting in a lot and then put it on, you're like, crap. Now it's like so dark on one spot and I have to wipe it off. Now onto the left eye. Some people do their eyeshadow before they do their foundation, but my preference is I like to do my foundation first. I don't know, I just think it looks better like that. Okay, so I like to just wash it off on my hand a little bit just to get some color off. And then to make it like a little, like to pop a little bit, I like to use these two, just dab them in a little bit. They're the two bottom ones right here. They're like a little glittery. Dab it off a little bit, and I like to just dab it in the middle. Just to give like a little pop of color. You can see that. So the next thing I like to do, my last video I showed you my cosmetics mascara that I've been using, but I also found this one I had. It's Westmore Beauty. You can see it. This is my favorite. I couldn't find it and I found it in my makeup bag. I've had it for a little bit now, but it's my favorite. I probably need to get a new one. This, if you want like extreme lashes, I would use this one, but if you want lashes that are just like natural, I would use this one. I love the brush, and I love the case of it. It's gold. It's really pretty. I see the brush. Sorry if my camera's not auto-focusing. Okay, and I like to do this side of my lashes first. I like to do it as much as until I like it, and I don't like to let it dry and do another coat. That's when I feel like it starts getting like chunky and like you can see they start sticking together, so I make sure I do it when they're still kind of wet. I have like super long eyelashes naturally, so I don't use fake eyelashes and I don't curl them. But if you need to curl them or use fake eyelashes, go ahead. I just don't feel like I need to. Sometimes I'll use an eyelash curler if I feel like my eyelashes are like out of whack. You know, some days you wake up and like one's facing this way or that way. That's when I'll use it. But I typically don't use one. And then I like to do my bottom lashes. Okay, so I think that's it for my mascara. So I like to just go in, try not to like do it on your face. You don't want to wipe your foundation off. Just make sure you go into your eyebrow and do it. I don't know if you can see how much of a difference that is just from wiping that off. Like if I didn't wipe that off, doing my eyebrows, it would be like horrible. I used to not wipe it off. This one's dry. I used to not wipe it off, and I would sit there and have to do my eyebrows forever, and like they never looked like the right color because there was all this powder on it. It's so much easier wiping it off. Okay, so now I'm going to do my eyebrows. I like to make sure I brush them first. You never want to do your eyebrows without brushing them up. You can do them however you want it, but that's just how I feel works best. I have one eyebrow that actually looks not that bad, and the one looks so bad, so I swear to God, like 99% of the time, my eyebrow looks totally different than the other one. But what are you going to do? If you can see, I got the one done. Now let's go on to the one that's going to not look like this at all. If you guys have any recommendations on getting eyebrow tattoos, please comment in the box below because I really need that. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do is my lipstick. I've been using this so much lately. It's my favorite. It's the Bare Minerals. Put that backwards. It's the Bare Minerals liquid lipstick, and it's in XYZ, and it has a pretty wand, and the color is amazing. I love it. It's like a nude, but has a little color to it, because I've been trying to find like the perfect nude, and I love this one. Because even after a couple hours, it gets more like natural, and it doesn't really look like you have lipstick on. If you don't put a lot on, but if you do put a lot on it, it'll last all day. That's what I love about this. You can put a little bit or like gradually make it more, so you can make it darker or lighter. But before I use this stuff, I swear by this stuff. What does it say? You can use it on your cuticles, your elbows, any part, like you have dry skin, if you have eczema. This stuff's amazing, but it's mainly for your lips. And it comes in this cute little container. You can see I used some of it. You only need a little bit, and I put it on my lips. Put this on your lips. See if you have the correct dry lips. Seriously, the next day wake up and they'll be so smooth, amazing. Like, I love it. It smells good too. Oh yeah, it says on the side. Cuticles, elbows, knees, face, lips, everything. Okay, so after I put that on, I like to just like moisturize my lips a little bit, because I feel like when you put liquid lipstick on dry lips, it just looks so bad. And my lips are kind of dry, so we'll see how it looks. Okay, and that's literally everything I do. Okay, so I hope you guys like the look. This is my everyday look I do. Once I get like set with a look, I just do it like all the time. Okay, so if you guys want to see another makeup tutorial, please let me know in the comment box below, and I will definitely record another tutorial if you want that. YouTube, I just started, and it's been something that I've been wanting to do forever. So I love you guys, and please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Okay, bye.